Yes, I am back, I think. I don't know why. There we go. Yes, I love doing the Switch, but in the stream, I have to do a different setup for streaming. No, Doom, the game is fine. Just, I have to... Consoles are a pain in the ass to stream from. You're watching Intro Guy and I again. Hold on, let me change it. Yes, I do. Esteban Ramirez, thank you for donating, my friend. Doom stream failed. I fixed it. Intro guy is back. He's drinking cheap wine out of a... That shit is dark.
Yep.
That's like brown.
It's my purple drink.
That's your purple drink? Yes, the Doom on Switch is good. I would love to show it to you. I mean, I guess... But see, it was weird. I was trying to use Elgato... Because here's the thing. I'm using the Elgato HD60S. And I don't have it set up at my office. Yes, Intro Guy is here, and he is drinking some really, really brown wine.
It's
supposed to be purple, but that shit looks brown.
It's not the bottom shelf cab. It's actually pretty decent wine. From whatever I know.
No, he didn't get a haircut.
No, they fell out.
Yeah, they just fell out. Matt was saying, he's like, oh man, luckily I didn't jerk off on stream. Yeah. You know why he said that? Because, guys, you know what I showed him last night? I showed him DSP's slip up. And I explained the whole thing to him. Can you guys hear us okay? No, it's wine. Show him the box of wine. Where's the box of wine at?
Oh, yeah. Okay.
No, I will do a tour of the studio maybe tomorrow. I got to clean up here. I got a bunch. It's not actually that messy as you can see. I just have a bunch of boxes and shit like that.
Well, it was called the Best Buy by Wine Enthusiast.
It's the Boda box?
Did you see that?
Cabernet Sauvignon.
Mm-hmm.
The boom mic actually, it was I got two of those boom mics for $40 or $80.
There's like 4 bottles of wine right here.
Is it?
Yep.
Tech review sipping on the lean. No, but Switch, at least I haven't played enough of it in full screen mode. I haven't even unboxed my Xbox One X. We're going to do that. Right now I'm using the Logitech Brio. Why is it's trying to say I'm trying to stream in 4K? Hold on a second, guys. I'm not. What is this doing? Hold on. Output, stream, video. Hold on, my camera's being weird. It's trying to stream in 4K. That's why. Hold on, it's going to look weird for a second, guys. Sorry. There, we got super. There we go. Let me make sure that's actually proper now. What does it say that I'm streaming my output at? Hold on. I haven't streamed from the office yet, guys. I'm sorry. I didn't. Oh, that's why. We'll be back in 1 second, guys. I'm sorry. It's an easy fix, but I have to stop the stream to fix it. Damn it. There we go. No, for some reason, because I had the Logitech Brio, it was trying to stream. It was like outputting at 4K, but I wasn't actually streaming at 4K. It was just being stupid. Technical issues, man. Streaming from consoles is a pain in the ass. I know you can stream actually natively from now the PS4 and the Xbox One, but they would be better if I was actually streaming Doom like I wanted to with Intro Guy. We're going to try again tomorrow. Have some Monopoly. Thank you, Obvious Slinky. I appreciate it. Have some Monopoly money. Thank you for donating, my friend. Tomorrow we are going to unbox the Xbox One. It just wasn't like... Here's the problem. I need to do the stream from the Switch properly. We got to do stuff for the audio. So we have headsets on, hear the Switch, and so you guys don't hear the music, game music in the background. I need to have a separate monitor so he could play full screen on the Switch. We need to do a whole bunch of stuff, and I'm not set up for it properly. I was trying. If Elgato software worked all right, we would have been able to do it because there's no latency with this capture card, so you technically don't need to have another monitor, but it just wasn't working right. My son grew up fast and has a beard now. Doom on the Switch is absolutely phenomenal. What happened?
I was just laughing at that one.
I didn't know what you were laughing at. So, yeah, we are... It's not canceled, it's postponed tomorrow. We wanted to stream, though. I didn't want to bail on you guys because we promised you 8:30, and then I realized we were trying, and it wasn't working. Kind of pissed. How often do I dye my beard? I dye it like once a month.
And I don't at all.
I know you went bald, but you don't have gray in your beard at all.
I had a couple down there.
A couple scraggles?
Yeah.
Maybe I should have Intro Guy play Doom on the PC. You're hot, thank you. You're hot too. Yes, that is Intro Guy. You got to realize that picture of him was from 2004, right?
Yeah, 2004. The years have not been kind to me.
Why? You look basically the same, minus you don't have hair.
And
if you got rid of your beard...
I also kind of gained 30 pounds or so. Whatever.
But your weight even that back then fluctuated, though. It wasn't like... You're not like... You've actually been heavier when you were younger at certain points than you are now.
I don't think so. No, I've been over 200 pounds for a couple of years. But
Doom for the Switch is phenomenal. I would love to show it to you guys, but my setup isn't practical for it tonight. We tried. I genuinely tried. You guys saw the screen. Thank you, Sean. No, it's just that, God damn it, my coffee's done. It's just that when you're not there for the stream, they kind of make no sense. And I got to be careful, not that we were G-rated last night by any means, but people say some really, like racist things. I've noticed. Most of you guys are good. I would say 99% of you, but occasionally I see things in there that I don't really want to have in the video. So I don't have the chat there like I used to. So when you watch the stream and you don't know what's going on, it's kind of like just you're watching two fat guys talk to a screen. Sorry, Skull.
Yeah. It's fat, I know. I mean, I'm fat.
How is it looks-wise? It's pretty good. I will say it's meant, like, I was playing it full screen thinking I was going to get this working. Elgato software beyond capturing video is not, I don't know. We all came to watch intro guy eat nuts. Do you have nuts here with you?
Well, I won't let you all down.
I was kidding. He wants you to say I love you to him. Esteban, thank you for donating. And Gihab wants you to...
Thank you. And I love you.
See, Gihab, you got a I love you from intro guy.
You ever want some nuts, Rich?
Yeah, I'll take some nuts. Put some nuts in my hand. Put your nuts in my hand. Come on. Stop pouring your nuts. You're overloading my hands with your nuts.
Yep. And we just keep getting gayer and gayer. Not that that's a bad thing, but no.
You saw me in traffic there? The intro guy is cute. They said you're cute.
Well, thank you.
These nuts are dry.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. This chat is getting interesting. You two can really gobble those nuts. Here's some beer money. They are dry roasted, that's for sure.
Dry roasted nuts and some fine boxed wine.
Some cheap ass wine. And what are you drinking? Winter, citrus, and berry.
Mm-hmm.
How is it?
It's great.
Is there any more seltzer in there?
Yeah, there's a bunch.
Well, grab me one. Would you mind?
Yeah, sure.
I would get it. I don't want you to think I'm being a bum. I just don't want to trip over you.
Yeah, I don't want to sit there and talk to everybody anyway. Or stare awkwardly.
Here's money for more nuts. So, Sync Nick 64, thank you for donating. This is the first time I streamed from my office. No, lie. That's a lie. Yes, people keep asking about the Rich and Red podcast. I got to talk to Liana. We're going to film an episode this week. I keep forgetting about that.
There you go, Rich.
What did you get me? Lemon.
Slow mode?
Bingo Cat, here's money for more nuts. Thank you very much for donating.
I don't know if they hear my burp apparently.
Yeah, they hear you burp. I'm just annoyed. I'm pissed. I thought this was going to be a hell of a lot easier to stream the game, but I know, again, you could stream from the consoles themselves. I just know I'd rather use it through a capture card because you have more control. I have never streamed from a console. Yeah, man, it definitely, I mean, as you see, I cleaned up a lot. Still got more to go. Yeah. I got the Panasonic GH5 with the monitor, got the lights. What I ideally want to do is have a world where that desk is back there with the boxes. That stuff's going to move out, or I'm going to organize it and put some of it in the closet. And intro guy's looking at me like, you know, I just took my clothes off. And he's frightened. And I'm going to maybe have like that corner be like where I stream consoles. Like I'll have the Xbox One X there. I have a white PS4 Pro here right now. I got the Switch. It's funny though, I will say it seems like Doom runs better in portable mode than docked mode. I could be wrong about that though. It could be just that the capture card was being weird. the guy behind the camera, don't take this the wrong way. He wants to remain private. You're turning me gayer every day. Trust me, you're not turning me gay. I don't have a homophobic bone in my body, but Ralph meetup. You know the story of Ralph, right? The guy who used to stalk me, who I don't even know what the hell he looks like.
Yeah, you may have told me about that. Huh?
Put liquids on the floor. Actually, I should do it too, because his desk is seen on the camera. Like, put that on the floor. Because... What?
Okay.
Because this can expand. And you see this when I film.
Okay.
You're totally missing what I'm saying.
No, I have no idea what you're
I
talking
don't
about.
want the desk to look messed up and get damaged from water. Because I film it and it'll look like shit.
My wine's not really... Well, this
Well,
might be
this because it's sweating.
Okay.
That's...
I got
just,
you.
yeah. I saw a couple of... yes, I have seen... Alright, so first
Can I
off,
use your Super Mario Odyssey as a coaster?
yes, you could use it as a coaster. It's sealed, so you can't do anything to it.
Alright.
So I saw some... Excuse me. I have to burp with that seltzer. It's just like either I burp or I explode. So let's see. Victor Mass. Are nuts fruits or vegetables? That's it. Are they fruits or vegetables? What the hell is a nut? Isn't it a bean? Aren't
They're
peanuts...
legumes.
Legumes. Aren't peanuts beans, technically? I mean, thank you for donating. I'm not... That's a damn good question. I know he's probably just joking, but that's... what is a nut? Don't. I know he wants to get perverted.
No.
Yes, you do. I don't know, Victor. Bust the real nuts out. Why? So I can get banned? You guys want me to pull a cam girl? You want me to pull a DSP? See, DSP, though... Hold on. So many of you just donated, and I don't want to miss anybody, because that wouldn't be right. Inshal Usmani. I think I said your name right. Had to suffer through it, but that I think I got it. Let me know if I got it in the regular chat. Thank you for donating. Now that you are... the hell was that about? God damn it. Alright, there they go. Where did Ishmael... Oh, no! My stupid screen just reset, and people who donated on it missed it. Where it? Guys, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that. This stupid ass mouse. So Breakpoint. That's the earliest one I have. My apologies. Have I seen the Star Wars Titan XP? Yes, I have. It's a very expensive card. The thing about the Star Wars, think about a card like that. Okay, yes, you could have the plexiglass side on your PC. You're not even going to see it. Why is this thing being annoying? What are you doing? Did I drop any frames here? I don't want to reset it again. I don't know why it's giving me an issue playing. Are you guys having a right with my... Is my stream streaming for you guys okay? But Breakpoint, yeah, I mean, it's cool, I guess, but it's a $1,200 card. And it's going to be in your machine, and you're barely going to see all the Star Wars, like, artistry on it. So, it is what it is. Thank you for donating. It's not something I would personally invest in. Honestly, I have two 1080 Ti's and two different computers, so I'm good. Doom Deer, thank you for donating. Hey, Rich and Intro Mac, can you share a funny story? Can we share a funny story?
Well, how about that piece of shit thing you bought today?
Yes! We have a story from today. Oh, God. This is a good one. Nuts or fruits? Okay, thank you. So, Doom Deer, thank you for donating. And if you donated before and I didn't respond to you, I'm sorry. It's not that I'm ignoring you. It just, for some reason, my screen refreshed. And I think it was because my mouse, like, screwed up. So, I believe me, I don't want to, like, glaze over you guys. So, my fiance goes to me, oh, Rich, I saw on Facebook there's this woman who has an air compressor. I knew you were looking for one. It's only $20 and it's brand new. And I'm like, okay, fine. So, no big deal. You know, it was like, all right, fine, $20. I mean, even if it sucks, what's the big deal? I thought. So we drive today to go pick this thing up. Well, first off, the woman, she sounded like this. And I was like, all right, ma'am. Because I was like, I was running a little late. I was doing stuff with my son. And I was like, ma'am, I'm going to be running a little late. And she's like, you going to run late? All right, fine. All right, I'll see you in a little bit. And she wouldn't even say that. She was already mad that I was running a little late. That should have been a red flag right there. I'm like, what the fuck? Are you serious? Like, people are late for me all the time. And I was only going to be a couple minutes late. It wasn't like I was going to be an hour late, even 15 minutes late. I was going to be like 10 minutes late. So whatever. So we're like, all right, meet here at this place. Fine. So we drive there, and we meet her. She had like an older-ish, like an early 2000s Honda Civic.
Neither here nor there.
Yeah, which doesn't matter, but who cares about that? But it was this old woman who looked like a poodle with more like a Marlboro hanging out of her mouth. It gets better, though. So I'm like, this woman looks like she's 300 years old. What was she in such a rush for? But anyway. That should have been another.
What the hell she's doing with this compressor anyway?
What was she doing with the compressor? She probably she literally looked like she was like 80, which he had a good point because she smoked so much. She was probably like 40. She looked like she was 80, but anyway. So we get this. She's like, it's brand new. You want to look at it? I'm like, no. All right. I mean, here's the thing. Even if I took it out and looked at it. Well, I should have tested it.
You should have looked at it, and the first look you took at it, it's like, this is the cheapest piece of shit I've ever seen. And
well, the wording on it should have been. It was like the most broken English, like.
Now you're calling, just for the sake of clarity, it was one of those
tiny little air compressors
that you just plug into your cigarette lighter, and you hopefully will inflate your tire if you're I
don't think it would. Well, it didn't. So we get this thing. It's brand new. And we look at it. The warning label makes no sense. I wish I had a still image of it. I would. Actually, I do. Hold on. Close up my drink. I had to look on here. Give me a second, guys. Hold on, I got it here. So, this should have been a red flag to begin with. Anyway. On Facebook, it's a little... Turn the volume off. Hold on.
Yeah, it's a good story.
It's an excellent story. It'd be better if I knew I was prepared for it. Alright, here's the warning. Warning, continue working time not longer 10 minutes on loaded, overheated from excessive. I'm not exact. This is what it says. Shut it off and leave it cool for 30 minutes. There's no brand on it. There's nothing going on. There's nothing with 80 Dank. Hello, how are you? And the thing ended up popping the fuse in my car, and it was the most plasticky, junky piece of crap that I've ever seen in my life. So this woman basically just swindled me for $20.
And she probably got it for...
And she probably got the thing. If you looked at it, cheap. I haven't seen something cheaper. The plastic was super thin. We pulled it, the back off of it to see the wiring was, all frayed. She probably got it for free. Sometimes they give those things away for free.
Free gifts that come with
free gifts.
She's like, I'm going to get some more Marlboros today.
Yeah. She's probably like, I need cigarette money. Let me just see, and sucker written on my forehead. And usually I'm smarter with stuff like that, but that was just terrible. So basically I got clowned by an 80-year-old woman out of $20. It was, that was a good time. Mm-hmm. So that's a story. It was a lot better in our heads, I think, than it actually...
You probably kind of had to be there.
I had a botched execution of it. Yeah. It was funnier when you were there. Anyway, thank you, Doomdayer, for donating. Which we probably have better stories. I just can't think of anything. I've known him for a quarter century. So, Thank you, Doom Deer. Eric Thomas, stop clowning us. Bust the real nuts out. I don't want to pull a DSP. I actually, like I said to him, I showed him DSP last night. And I showed him his Fapgate. And he was pretty entertained by it.
George Bush.
They know about George Bush's buns.
Like, how do they know about that?
George Bush's... Okay, we can talk about George Bush's buns. Because it's me looking like an idiot anyway. I was like... this is when the first Bush was president. And two of my friends were talking. I was like in 4th grade. I was a kid, so if you think this is weird, I was like 9 or 10 years old. And they're talking about whatever. And I just go up to them, like, by our, like, that we had our, the back, there was like a closet in the back of my school, like, of my classroom, where our coats are. And they were talking, and I just blurred out, walking by them, I just blurred out and go, George Bush's buns! And they both look at me and said, they were just like, why did you just say that? Like, go away.
That was probably a few minutes after you told them that your armpit smelled like chicken soup.
No, that was in 7th grade.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
That was in 7th grade. Oh, yeah. In 7th grade, before I realized I needed deodorant, I walked around sniffing my own armpits, going like this, going, hey, everybody, my armpits smell like chicken soup.
Scent de pollo.
And I was like, scent de pollo, scent of chicken. And I would like put my armpit like in Matt's face, like, here, smell it. I'm not smelling anything, man. Yeah, I was an idiot. In case you couldn't know, because, I'm so professional and refined now. But anyway. Green H, God of Green HX, thank you for donating. Yo, man, the start of the stream didn't work out. Yeah, I'm pissed. I was hoping like a backup plan. I don't want to change my setup here. I really can't do it because of how, like, this is my set. So I couldn't move stuff around because I can't mess it up because I need it to film. But I'm going to make a secondary streaming setup here and get that to work because I'm going to be streaming from here and I don't want to, I want to do something more stable than what I have here. Yeah. Oh, I am going to do an unboxing of the Xbox One X with Intro Guy. I am. But Green Ace, thank you for donating. Yeah, I'm pissed. I wanted to show you it. It's a technical marvel how well Doom runs on the Switch. I mean, look at this thing. Think about it for a second. You get rid of the Joy-Cons. Oh my god. Whoa! This Switch gets warm. Anyway, if you look at it, this is what is running Doom. That's amazing, man. It's real, like I said, it really is a technical marvel. Lord, that fan when this thing was spinning. Let's see, is my Switch bent? No. But it is pretty amazing, though.
Bent?
There has been an issue where...
Maybe a little to the left.
What are you talking about, son?
Nothing.
But no, what happens is the Switch, they're saying because it gets too warm.
Oh, it kind of warps?
It kind of warps. And now I can kind of see, because I just took the Switch out of the dock, and I felt like my eardrum was about to pop because the fan was blowing so fast on it. But it's still, though, Doom, it's amazing what they did with the limited hardware. And it shows that there's the Doom. This Switch may have a promising future for third-party support. So thank you, Green H. No, hold on one second, guys. Sorry. Is the Xbox One X worth it? I don't know. I didn't unbox mine yet. We're doing that tomorrow. We're filming that. Oh, yeah, by the way, we're filming that. Hey, I'm paying you.
Okay.
I'm paying you, so don't complain. I may have to get you a mullet wig, though.
Well, I'll do anything for $1.
He has such high moral standards, doesn't he? I'll do anything for $1.
Give me another box of wine.
Hey, Matt, streak in traffic for me. That's fine, man.
Just give me some damn beer, man.
So I have no idea. I bought games that I know are Xbox One X upgraded. So we'll see. Goosh Destroyer. So thank you, Tyrone Goosh Destroyer. Thank you for donating. I can't talk today. La la. So you mean to tell me I can sit here and watch two bull guys yep for another night? Sign me up. By the way, you're the best. Which thank you. I enjoy talking to you guys, and you like watching us be idiots. Trust me, I wanted to stream. I had full intentions. Ask him. I brought the equipment here. It just... it makes me realize I need, like, a separate streaming station. Fat men you can believe in. Dickers and George Bush's buns 2020. God, I can't believe I said that. I was such an idiot. Goose Destroyer. Inshal Usmani. Now that you're upgrading your setup, have you considered getting a Mac for Final Cut Pro and stuff? I use Vegas 15 and I use Premiere Pro, and they both work fine on PC. So I actually prefer Premiere over Final Cut. Final Cut has kind of not been what it used to be. ZD Rux, thank you for donating. So Ishnel, thank you for donating. I think you were the one before. Yes, now it's showing me the super chats again that I missed before. So glad I got to you, Ishnel. Thank you. ZD Rux, Rich YouTube says you only get a portion of the donation. It's not that bad though. And honestly, with the fact that I don't have to deal with chargebacks and other issues, I'd rather them take a small cut of it. You know what I mean? It's worth it instead of dealing with like the headache that Etika had to deal with. You know what I'm saying? So, yo, dude, show us some nips. I already showed some nips. Thank you, Sir Jonathan, though I've shown nips before. I seriously think it was me showing some nips. It ended up being the reason why the Galaxy Note 7 started exploding. He couldn't handle my nipples. You see my shirtless unboxing, right? No, you haven't. I'm sorry.
No, I think I did see that. With the sound off.
Yes, you could stream third party. Because it's not Nintendo's intellectual property. Nintendo doesn't own Doom. Nintendo doesn't own Doom. They can't. Nintendo can't go after you for streaming a game that they don't own the IP to. Intro guide, no. Intro guide does not need whiskey.
No, I'm trying not to do that.
Yeah.
Anymore.
I hate whiskey anyway. I don't know about you. I don't like whiskey.
I like it too much.
Do you?
I just don't like the way I act when I drink it.
I have not even had... I have an SNES Classic. You know what? I haven't even opened it. Aiden, thank you for donating. I know I have played every single game on it, I believe. Isn't the Earthbound on there? I haven't played that. And I haven't played Star Fox 2. So, Super Castlevania 4 is on there. That's the thing. I want a setup where if I want to stream a console, even like the SNES Classic, I can just plug it in and go. But that's going to... I got a lot of extra stuff I got to do in this room. The frame rate... What's the frame rate in terms of stability? Well, it's 30 on the Switch. In terms of stability, I would say it's pretty good. There's not that many stutters and hiccups. So, who's the homeless guy living in my office? Matt is taking the lead. No, I have it. I just don't have it set up here yet. Getting this where you see me filming every day, guys, was a lot of work. And it doesn't look that bad behind me either, you know? Yes, the ZT Axon M with the 2 screens. Didn't ZTE do something like that years ago? So, Aiden, thank you for donating, by the way. Yeah, by far. I'm going to probably play Doom more on the Switch. Well, technically, you could actually stream right from both the PS4 Pro and the Xbox One X and Xbox One and PS4. You don't even need external software to do it. Man, the Switch gets kind of toasty, kids. You made me your laptop's wallpaper. Oh, excuse me. Will the Ryzen 5 1600 bottleneck a GTX 1080? No, but if you're going to get a card that expensive, you might as well go with a Ryzen 7. At least go with like a... No, I would... One, I don't really like drinking anymore in my old age. ZD Rocks, thank you for donating. Two, live streams, public viewing, and being drunk are a bad idea. Because once you say something on live stream, and I've learned this the hard way, you can never take it back. And people never forget, and you never know what can happen. Look at PewDiePie. Look at me. I said something one time out of anger, and it was never forgotten. You know what I mean? I made you my profile picture. God, that's a creepy picture of me. Will I tickle your pickle? No. Who would win in a fight, Rich or Intro Guy? That would kind of we both have our strengths in terms of the fact I'm fat, so I could take more blows.
I might move a little faster.
You might move a little faster. Then I could just like pile drive into you and then like sit on you.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah. Pickle Rich. Please say toasty again. Ask Intro Guy if he wants to get some coffee when he comes back and do it in the Ralph voice.
Ralph? Who's Ralph?
Ralph is the guy who stalked me.
Oh, that guy, yeah.
This guy who stalked me, who I have no idea who he looks like. I know his, I won't say his last name, but yeah. Richie, you want to go get some coffee? Richie, that's why he used to talk just like this. He almost sounded like, I bet he was heavily medicated, I bet. I'm Pickle Rich. You subscribed like 2 days ago. Thank you. Joe Powers, thank you for donating. Thank you for subscribing too, by the way. It's great. What's your favorite laxative? Coffee.
Keystone Ice.
Yes, Keystone. God, I've had one of their beers in my lifetime. It's terrible. How do you drink that?
Cheap. It's cheap and it'll give you a buzz.
Hey, can the intro guy do the intro sound? He didn't do the sound. The sound came from me. Or no, not even me. It came from Mike.
Mike originally. Then you did it for your channel. And the picture itself was just me my first year in college. Well, at least first year I went away to college. One of my friends just took a picture of me drunk, trying hard to say something.
You always did that when you got drunk, though.
The drunk eye. And the eyebrow and all that.
Connor Blanchard, this is an interesting one. So Joe Powers, thank you for donating. Coffee is my favorite laxative. Rich Review, you have lied through many years of gaming. My question to you is, who is your favorite personality in the gaming industry? I have lied. Who is your favorite personality? I'm not sure what you mean. Like, it's like you lied, but who's your favorite? Like, what?
Favorite in the gaming industry?
Yeah.
Oh.
Scribbit-a-bop. Boogle. Can you take both? So, it's so funny because isn't 343 Industries, isn't like 80% of the staff former Bungie? Like, so what happened? You know, it's not that like Halo 5 is bad, it's just not, I don't know. It's not great. It's definitely not the Halo that I remember. It's not bad either, though. Thoughts on the $1,000 Pixel book? I wouldn't buy one. I don't. The problem is that no matter which way you slice it, the the operating system limits you. Now, Halo 5 wasn't bad. It wasn't as good as it could have been, but it wasn't bad. chapstick on. My lips are like...
Lips hurt real bad.
My lips hurt real bad. Oh, now... Intro guy, you get royalties from Rich?
Nope. At least not yet.
Yeah. Funny story about intro guy with his picture started off as a joke. I never expected my channel to go anywhere. Thank you, Dengray Kai, for donating. We were talking about this the other day. Lord Destro Productions got any advice on increasing the amount of subscribers for my channel? Also, thanks for representing the big guys online. You're welcome, Lord Destro. I appreciate it. Thank you for donating. Doom Deer, would be awesome if you did a Redux version of top 10 gayest album covers video, which kills me with laughter. Here with Matt. Can't do it tonight, but eventually that may be something I may revisit. Do I even still have that video on my channel? Tell us how good Castlevania is in your sexy Coco voice. Doom Deer, thank you for donating, and Mr. Swanton Dude, thank you for donating. I can't do the Castlevania voice right now, but or the Castlevania voice. DTD sexy Coco voice. Castlevania, Super Castlevania 4 is my favorite though. If he ever moves back to... I dropped my chapstick. Could you have my chapstick so it doesn't look like I'm putting my...
Yeah, there's a meme waiting to happen right there.
Looks like I'm putting my... Oh my god, I dropped my chapstick.
That's like the other guy scratching his feet, you know? Like, I was just picking up my chapstick.
Yeah, I was just picking up my chapstick.
Yeah,
and
right.
My head goes into Matt's lap. Yeah, that was the funniest thing. I told Matt too because I showed him the DSP Fapgate, and I told Matt, he's like, he tried to say he was scratching his foot for like 10 minutes straight.
Here we are drinking our seltzer and listen again.
Don't make me choke with those.
RTU brought to you by Polar Seltzer.
I love seltzer, man. I wish they would. So, Mr. Swanton Dude, but see, Sexy Coco doesn't like Nintendo, and my favorite Castlevania would be Super Castlevania 4 for the SNES. So he would like Bloodlines because it's for the Genesis. Goose Destroyer, Rich, what do you think of a reboot of Resistance: Fall of Man? I would love it. The PS3 exclusive. You know what's funny is that the first Resistance, I absolutely loved the game later on, but the first time I tried it, I hated it. Hated it. Then I played it again, I'm like, wow, this game's really good. Why the hell did I hate it? So, yeah. Goose Destroyer, Rich, what do you think of a reboot of Resistance: Fall of Man? Oh, I just read that. Also, why do you think God of War went the direction it's going in? Because the other direction was getting stale. And I think the direction they're going, it looks like it's going to be a really good game. It needed to be refreshed because it was getting stale. Resistance is good. I hope they do go back to it. I think they will. I think we'll see it again. So Goose Destroyer, thank you for donating again. Mr. Swanton Dude, thank you for donating. If I re-thanked you, I'd rather thank you 12 times in no time. So, Neva, thank you for donating. Mr. Trash, Rich, with the rise of retro market, do you think we will get a 4K CRT TV? No. You'll see retro consoles like what Analog's doing, adapting the old tech to work with the new TVs, not new TVs made to cater to the old tech. It's not practical. Good question, though. Thank you, Mr. Trash. But no, I don't think we'll see that. No one's going to want to dare have like imagine like the old tube TVs with the heavy backs having like a 50-inch one. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. The one that wasn't a tube TV. That was a projection TV, but I had one.
It was big.
Remember the Sony?
Yeah,
That thing was huge. I think it was 50 inches.
Remember playing Nintendo 64 on that thing.
Yes. Plugged it into the front, had the
Yeah.
front. God, that thing was amazing when it first came out. I used to have from Leechmere. God, they're long gone. I gotta pee.
Yeah.
We had a 50-inch Sony TV, and it was It was a projection TV, but it for its time, even though it was a standard def projection TV, we got that in 1995. That was a gorgeous TV for its time, and it was cool because if you wanted to bring a console downstairs, it actually had the ports right in front to plug in, and we used to play N64. I remember when we got we played Mario 64 for like a whole weekend. Remember that?
Yep.
No. Doom didn't fail. Doom is great on the Switch. EA's buying Respawn. I thought they already owned Respawn. It's kind of like, it's like, really? So, Mr. Trash, again, thank you for donating. Nathan Ladard, thank you for the Richard Sanders card from 2 days ago is pure gold. Here's my money, just take my money. Thank you very much, man. Your channel is news and comedy. 2 birds, 1 stone. Thank you very much, Nathan. I appreciate it. I'm glad you guys are enjoying the new setup. I'm glad you're enjoying Intro Guy. I appreciate it, man. Thank you, Nathan. Yeah, it was that was kind of out of nowhere too. I just made up a soccer mom who had no idea what she was talking about. Next thing I know, my hands just started going like that. So, Coach Smiley, thank you for donating. Is Intro Guy an alcoholic? No.
No, I'm just a drunk.
Yeah, he's actually... This is like one of the first times he's come over. He's had he's having some wine now, but he's barely... You had like a beer and some wine, and that's it.
I haven't had a beer today.
You even haven't had a beer today. No, he's not alcoholic.
Yeah. Well, I just drink too much. That's all.
He drinks more than he should, but you've cut back immensely.
That is true.
Like phenomenally. Like
well, let's see how long this lasts.
When Matt used to come over, he used to have a cooler that he used to kind of walk around the house with that had beer in it.
I feel like I'm at like a reverse AA meeting or something right now.
But he doesn't do that. But he doesn't do that anymore. Like I said, he's been drinking.
You know, the opposite of anonymous.
Yeah,
it's like here's.
But he's not. But well, you're not doing it anymore, so it's good.
Yeah.
You know. But he used to come around. Well, he used to have a cooler, and he used to have beers in the cooler. So he'd walk around the house and pop a beer. Now he doesn't do that anymore. This is what he drinks now. I mean, he's having a little wine, but the whole time he's just been chugging seltzer. So. Coach Smiley, you also like alcohol a lot, so I understand. Hey, you know what? If we're putting it all out there, my addiction is food. Duh. You know? And it's interesting because, like, I'm not lacking... Like I talked about in my Being Fat is Not Okay video. It's not. I still stand by that video. I haven't lost the weight I wanted to lose. It's not that I'm unhappy. It's not that I'm, like... eating to comfort. It's just, you know how like people go outside, they smoke a cigarette because they're like stressed about something. I have an extra hot dog. Like, I'm just being real with you. I'm not trying to be funny, you know, and I gotta stop that switch in my brain from doing that, you know. And the thing about being fat, man, where are we going with this? But hey, you know what? If it was brought up, hey, whatever. It's an interesting topic.
What's the thing?
It's the vice that you see. There's people that pop pills, and eventually it shows. But they could, be popping Percocets, and they could have washboard abs. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. People could be alcoholics, and for 5 years you may not see the physical effects.
And people hide that forever.
People hide it forever. When you're fat. You're fat. You know what that person's addiction is. And because it's something you see, people judge you more on it. Mm-hmm. And I'm not making excuses for it. I'm not at all. It's my fault that I'm fat. But I'm just saying it's not that I have a void that I'm looking to fill. It's just like... And the thing that's weird about me is that, like, I'm a super stressed. I'd rather punch myself in the face than eat food.
Mm-hmm.
Like, some people when they get really stressed out, like they're like, like, I'm like, no, the last thing I want is to consume something. So I don't know why I'm fat. Like, because usually people, when they, like when I'm like, it's weird, like, if I'm in a good mood, it makes me want to eat more.
Well, yeah, that's exactly how I am with beer or booze or whatever. Anything's an excuse to, anything would be a trigger.
Yeah.
Not excuse is the wrong word. A trigger to make me want to get drunk.
And like, if I'm really stressed out about something, like, the last thing I want to do is eat. Like, it's like, ugh. So I don't know. I'm weird. So everyone has their vices. Just you see mine. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. It's something I got to fix, though. Absolutely. Chris Toon, thank you for donating. Hey, Rich, thank you for your videos. I agree with your opinions 100%. There's going to be times you aren't, Chris Toon. And that's fine. It's okay to disagree, and we can, there's things that he disagrees with me on all the time, and it's not that he's one of my best friends. I'm not going to not be his best friend because we don't agree on everything. Do you have any plans on upgrading your PC to the latest Intel 8th gen processor? Hell no. Right now I'm streaming on a Ryzen Threadripper rig. And I'm very happy with it. So no, I don't really need to go to the 8th gen processors. I was debating between Threadripper and that 18 core i9 they're coming out with, Intel. And when I saw the price difference, I just stuck with this. I am smitten with Threadripper, the 1950X. So thank you for asking, Chris. Be interested. I got to look at some more benchmarks, though. I know TechUSA, who I'm a huge fan of, did some stuff. Shammer Clark, do you have Snapchat? No, I do not. Or maybe I opened one up and never used it. I think I maybe watched a couple videos from like Critical on there, and that's it. Ugh. Ryzen 1700 or Intel 7700K. Meth Lab, that's his name. His Meth Lab. I would go with the Ryzen 1700 because even if, even if the per core performance is better with Intel's processor, the 1700 has 8 physical cores and 16 threads. So it has more compute. When it comes to multi-threaded performance, it's going to be vastly superior to the 7700K. So, and they game just fine. Okay, games run better on Intel, but I've used both Ryzen, the Ryzen 7 chips and Threadripper, and games run great. So, Aidan McFarlane, what are your thoughts on Hulu for Switch and the future of apps and third-party games for the system? Well, I am absolutely in love. He's lucky that I don't see him that often, because I'd probably be ignoring you and just be playing Doom. My farts. Yeah, I just farted out of my mouth. That burp just smelled like a hot dog. I have no idea why. What are your thoughts on Hulu for Switch? I want the apps. You know what? I use my Switch more than any of the current generation consoles, and I would use it even more. Like, my thing at night, like, I play Switch somewhat, but I use my phone more. I'll tell you right now, if they had, like, Twitter and YouTube for Switch and like, Netflix, I would be on my Switch, like, 98% of the time when I'm home. So, Nintendo, get on it. If you want me in the Switch ecosystem more, which means chances are I'll spend more money, get the apps going. So, I think it's a good start. Now they need to get Netflix. Now they need to get YouTube. Now they need to get a browser. It's a Tegra X1 chip, so I know that it could do all those apps. So, come on, Nintendo, let's go. So, thank you, Aiden. So, I think it's a good step. I do. And I think third party is going to be... I love Doom on Switch. I love it. I'm, like, smitten over it, man. I'm, like... He knows I haven't shut up about it since I downloaded it. Doom on Switch.
Oh, is that what you're talking about?
That's what you're going to play tonight, you ass crack. Tomorrow night you're going to play. Intro guy, whether I get it streaming from Switch or not, intro guy tomorrow night is playing Doom. Whether it be on PC or Switch, he's playing it. Hey, did you play Doom on Switch and is it worth it? Yes. His gaming skill is exceptional. You have no idea.
I don't know if I've voluntarily played a video game since the 90s.
I don't think you have.
Probably close, but...
The last time I think you played a game was in 2009 when I forced you to play Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. Mm-hmm. Did I play Switch on Doom and is it worth it? Yes and yes. It's absolutely worth it. It has occasional frame rate stutters, but they're not that bad. You have to remember, though, it's not... it's not going to be butter smooth 60 FPS running at 1080p plus, but it's still a rock solid experience. And to have a game like Doom in full on a device that you can take with you anywhere, it's oh my god, I love it. I just love it. I can't stop talking about it. So yes, Hanasho, please buy Doom on Switch. Please buy it. It'll be worth it. News to Astonish. Why am I saying it like that? News to Astonish. News to Astonish. Thank you for donating. If I could talk today, that'd be great. Hey, dude, this week, I don't know if you remember, but I'm a fan of your videos. I think you're hilarious. You continue to inspire me to make great content, and you're great. Which mic do you use for voiceovers? Well, when I record News to Astonish, thank you for donating. When I record voiceovers, like if I do my intro or back when I was doing gameplay, I still have. It's actually what we're talking on right now, and it's picking us up pretty good. I record on the AT2020, Audio-Technica AT2020. It's the USB version, so you just plug it into your computer and go. The shotgun mic I have is a Samson one that's behind me that you see right now. That was 2 for $80, and it sounds just as good as mics 4 times its price. I should start having Amazon affiliate links in the description because I'm missing out on. The stuff is good, so if you click on it and you purchase it, you should get it anyway. But yeah, that's what I use News to Astonish. And thank you that I continue to inspire you. I don't remember you from last time. I like being honest because that would be if I said, "Oh yeah, you're that guy. I remember you totally." That would be wrong because I don't. But I'm glad you like my stuff. And yeah, just that I think the Audio 2020 for the price. It's not cheap, but it's not super expensive, but the quality you get is so professional out of it. I love it. I just hate the little stand they give with you with it because it makes the mic very unstable, but I still recommend it. I love the Audio-Technica AT2020. Blue Luigi, thank you for donating. And yes, I both talked to the regular chat and super chat. I own a MSI GP62 MVR laptop. It is 16 gigabytes of DDR4, which is a good amount. A GTX 1060, which is basically the same as the desktop 1060, VR compatible. How does this compare as a good gaming laptop? So, how does this compare as a good gaming laptop? Oh, and it's 1080p. That's fine, man. You could actually do beyond 1080p gaming with that. And if you're just gaming, that'll hold you over. Especially if you're just gaming at 1080p, that'll hold you over for 4 years, man. Just take care of it. Just make sure you keep it in a smoke-free environment, and just make sure you blow the dust out of it once in a while. And you'll be good to go, Blue Luigi. Thank you for donating. What's your thoughts on the Razer phone? As a phone, Brendan, thank you for donating, I should say. What are your thoughts on the Razer phone? 835 processor, 8 gigabytes of RAM. The screen has 120 hertz refresh rate, Esteban. It's a great phone. In terms of gaming, though, to make a gaming phone, it's not going to change anything in the industry. What are you going to do? Play Candy Crush with a higher refresh rate? They showed a couple games, but nothing blew me away. It's a great phone, though. If you buy it, it's a good price, high specs. If you're buying it just as a phone, as a premium flagship phone, yeah, it's a great phone, but it's not going to do anything for gaming on Android. So, thank you, Esteban, again for donating. Brendan Doherty, hey, Rich. Will you ever see a resurrection of RLM audio? You remember that. That's going back. I switched from RLM audio to ReviewTechUSA in 2009. That's 8 years ago. No. I don't even know if I get the videos back on RLM audio. I have no idea, but that's crazy, Brennan. You remember that? You're going back almost a decade, man. God, I'm old. Thank you for agreeing with me, Scott.
I'm the same age. I'm actually older than you.
You are older than me. You have a better beard than me, though, you son of a bitch.
I wonder if Dan's still watching over there.
Dan was watching?
Yeah.
Rich, it's Dan.
This was a while ago, but
he probably is. He's probably sitting there like...
There he is.
He's probably... You're my favorite YouTuber. How's, Dan, how's your Xbox One X? I know you've been, like, gushing over the original Assassin's Creed, how good it looks on there. Hey, Rich, will you ever see Arlen? Thank you very much, Brennan, by the way, for donating. Again, I probably thank all these people like 7 times. Shamar Clark, you pronounced my first name wrong. Is COD... if I did, I apologize. How do you pronounce your first name, Shamar? Is COD World War II the best COD out of the series? I haven't played it yet. I bought it for the Xbox One X. After I unbox it with this beast tomorrow, we will play some. Maybe we'll do that tomorrow. I don't know. We'll see. Iron Coffin. So Shamar, thank you again for donating. Iron Coffins, just a shout out to the man that keeps it real. Thank you very much, Irons. I appreciate you donating as well. Everyone who has supported me in the regular chat and super chat, you have all been awesome. Thoughts on gaming on Chromebook? Malarkey, man. You're gaming on Chromebook? I didn't even know you could game on the Chromebook. Ever going to do the iPod review? Probably not. Your son is already a man. Yeah. This is my... Because your name is the same as my son. They're like, man, your son's all grown up and bald. Yeah, in a year. Oh, no, I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving. I'm just thanking everybody. I appreciate all you guys who support the show. It's amazing. But your son is older than you? How did that one work out? Well, my opinions aren't you know what, man? My opinions aren't professional. I don't want you... I just am a very outspoken guy, and I get very passionate about a lot of things. You know, and I just give you my take. Is my take always right? No, of course not. The Switch being a perfect example of that. My take isn't always right on everything. You know what I mean? But I was very wrong on the Switch. But one thing I'll say is that I enjoy what I do, and you know, it's very time consuming, but it's nice to come to work every day doing something that you enjoy doing. And because there were many, 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 many years I didn't enjoy what I did, and I am very, very thankful that now I'm in a position to do that. So thank you very much. What are your thoughts on the One X, and should I wait for the PS5 release potentially in 2019? That's up to you. I think it would be... actually, technically, no, because in 2019, that would be 6 years since the PS4 was released, the original one, anyway. I don't know, man. I mean, do you have a 4... I would say, if you have a 4K TV with HDR, just get it. Just have fun. If you can afford it, I would say get the Xbox One X or PS4 Pro, whatever suits your fancy. Just enjoy it. Have fun. Games are fun. You know. I don't know if that was a good answer, but I gotta pee. But thank you, Hasanchi Sato. Thank you very much. You know, I can't just say just buy it. Like, I understand it's a lot of money. It's just, you know, look at the games. If you have a 4K TV and you think that... One thing I will say that's impressing me about the X, even though I haven't opened mine yet, it's still in a bag behind me right now, is I'm seeing a lot of the third-party games are looking better on the X than they are on the PS4 Pro. So spending that extra money, you're actually getting results out of it. And I will say, if you are just gaming with the Xbox One X and you don't care about like video editing and stuff, you can't beat the performance for the price right now. You cannot build a gaming PC right now, anyway, that gives you the same performance that the Xbox One X does. So, I think that was a better answer, because I didn't like my first answer. I thought to you was terrible, Sachi. Aiden McFarland, I'm pretty soon becoming a patron on Patreon. Thank you so much. keep seeing that grow, man, and it's awesome. I think it's great that you guys think it's worthwhile. I think why it's working too is that I'm doing kind of what granted his Patreon is wildly successful, but I'm doing like what Jim Sterling does. Whatever you want to, whatever you feel comfortable with. I'm not like, trying to get higher tiers out of you. Whatever money you feel comfortable with, down to $1, it's all equally appreciated and it helps the show. So, 8R Harron, hey Rich, I love your stuff. 1, do you like anime? 2, I'm looking for a gaming laptop. Ace is worth it. 3, is the Switch good if it's $400 in Canada? Do I like anime? Not an avid anime watcher, but I did like Elfen Lied or Elfen Lied. I don't know if I'm saying it right. I'm looking for a gaming laptop. Is Asus worth it? Sometimes. I've had great Asus laptops, and I have ones that I was very disappointed in. Just do some research and look out for their screens. Some of their screens are great, and some of their screens are terrible. 3, is a Switch still good if it's $400 in Canada? I don't know the exchange rate, but I really like the Switch. I don't know if I would spend $400 on it. I don't think I think $400 is overpriced, but I'm an idiot, so I would still buy it. But I don't think you should buy it for $400. Not sure how that equates to American money though. But thank you, 8R, for donating. Fallout Infinite. Go pee. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna go pee. I'll have Matt answer your questions about his beard. Malachi Connor, could you please do the sexy Coco voice? Hey yo, what's poppin', my people? This is sexy Coco, the realest, most delicious commentatorist on YouTube, except no motherfucking substitutions, dog. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? There you go. You got sexy Coco out of me. Shamer Clark. Am I saying that right now? Shamer Clark. Shamar. I'm trying, man. I'm trying. It's pronounced right. Why do consumers buy Apple products that isn't innovating like Samsung? The ecosystem. If you have been an iPhone owner for years, you have a bunch of applications that you purchase from the App Store on there. You're more comfortable with iOS and the operating system. And it's not that the iPhone 10 is a bad phone or the iPhone 8 is a bad phone. It's just that they're behind with innovations. That's really what it is. And they need to stop playing catch up and become industry leaders again, not industry followers, Apple. So it's funny that someone mentioned that I should be paying you royalties. I actually brought it up to him. Because the story with Matt is that I started using his picture as a joke. And I was actually considerate though. I called him and asked, like, Matt, do you mind if I use your picture? And he was like, yeah, it's no big deal. I didn't think my channel was going to go anywhere. Never knowing. And now it's like, if I don't use your picture, people unsubscribe from my channel. So yes, we're not going to go into details because don't take this the wrong way, none of your guys' business. But eventually, yes, he's going to be compensated for his beautiful face being my intro. And I actually brought it up to him. It was like, Matt, you realize that technically you should be getting paid for this? Because like you don't even think about it because it just was like skip-a-bop and dot-up. It was a joke. Actually, the original intro was, I had a game theme play. Remember you were Frank Zappa? You dressed up as the wig, had the wig and the thing?
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, that was too creepy though.
Halloween of 2000, my Halloween costume for 2008, I think.
Yeah.
And nobody got it at the party I was at.
No, you just kind of looked like you were a serial killer.
Yeah. Nobody knew who Frank Zappa was, and that broke my fucking heart.
No one knew who Frank Zappa was. That's no.
I was at the wrong party apparently.
Frank Zappa's a legend, man. You actually introduced me to Frank Zappa.
Mm-hmm. I've got probably most of his albums.
Help a Barack. Help a Barack.
You're probably wondering why I'm here. So, yeah, we get it.
Yeah, I'm just having a lot of donations right now. It's not, well, it's funny. You introduced me to Frank Zappa at the same time Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas came out. And they were just like meant to like, that was like peanut butter and jelly, man.
Yeah.
Even though Frank Zappa never did drugs, right? He never was.
That's the way the story goes. He was
He considered cigarettes as vegetables.
He was pretty straight. Yeah. He said, tobacco was his favorite vegetable.
Tobacco was his favorite vegetable. Why does Trump have more hair than us? Because he pays someone an exceptional amount of money to take all the hairs from the back of his head to make it look like it's on top of his head. That was a terrible explanation. Well, let me just drink some more of my lemon.
Because, well, never mind.
Yeah. Watch what you say. You're live, because once it's out there, it ain't ever going back. I'll tell you that.
Yep.
So pissed. Wanted to stream Doom. Let me see, is the fan blowing? No. Man, the fan on my Switch was cruising. It wasn't loud, but like you felt the heat from Doom and the vent on top. And it was warm. It was warm. Lemon with a side of cucumber. Actually, that would probably be pretty good. It's like cucumber and seltzer probably wouldn't be that bad.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember the console wars of the 80s and 90s? Of course I do, man. Genesis does. You can't do this, Nintendo. Genesis does. Oh, of course. And remember how what was their commercials about? Welcome to the next level. Nintendo was play it loud. Yeah, man, I remember all that. You didn't really care. Which is funny. It still find it amazing you had a Game Gear. It's like, yeah, I hate video games, but I have a Porsche. It's like I hate video games, but I have the premium portable gaming console.
The only game I played on it was Columns.
No, I remember you had RBI Baseball for it. You had RBI Baseball for the Game Gear. I remember that. I remember playing at your house. Hey, Rich, long-time listener, and you inspired me by you to create. Thank you very much. One guy's opinion. Thank you for donating, too. What is your opinion on these failing Xbox X concerners, the internet blowing it out? I think it's the internet blowing it out. They did the same thing for the Switch with the bending, and it doesn't seem to be a widespread issue. Doesn't seem to be a widespread issue. There was PS4s when the PS4 first launched, the original one where there was they were loud and the fans blew too hard on them, and there was issues with the optical drive, and same with the Xbox One, the original one, there was issues. There's always, when you're manufacturing millions upon millions of a product, there's going to be failures. And like I said in a lot of my videos, if say there's a video out there and a console has sold 10 million when it first came out, or that's insane. Let's say 4 million, okay, over a period of a few months. And there's a video showing 1,000 units of that console failing. Oh my God, that seems so terrible. There's 1,000 in this video. But if there's 4.3 million consoles out there and only 2,000 total have failed, that's not bad. But when they're concentrated into one video, it seems much worse. So, we'll see what happens. I don't think we can't say it's a big deal yet. Just like the bending switches, we couldn't say it was a big deal. So we'll see what happens. But right now, I think it's products are going to be defective, and we'll wait and see. But I don't think. Well, I tried to talk to you without burping. I don't think it'll be that much. So thank you, one guy's opinion. Good question too, by the way. Iron Coffins, blast processing. The good old days. The funniest thing about blast processing with the Sega Genesis, Iron Coffins, thank you for donating again, is that all it was is that the Motorola 68000 was clocked at a higher clock speed than the processor that was in the SNES, which was a similar CPU that was in the Apple II GS, but it was like half the clock speed. So all it was that their processor just naturally ran faster, which it did help in games. There was less slowdown in games on the Sega Genesis, but because of the more advanced graphics or the advanced picture processing unit inside of the Super Nintendo, you would get better visuals. Also, like things like more colors on screen with the Super Nintendo. I know I'm going off on a tangent because Matt's very concerned about how many colors were on screen in the Super Nintendo, but there was transparency effects. The Super Nintendo could handle 256 colors on once out of a palette of 32,000. I think the palette on the Sega Genesis, I could be wrong, I used to know these specs, was like 512, and it only could display 56 colors on the screen at once, or maybe 64, I'm not sure. So even though it had a faster processor, visually games always ended up, in most cases, looking better on the Super Nintendo because its PPU is much more capable. That's PPU. PPU. Sounds so
I don't know what that
awkward.
is.
Picture processing unit.
Oh.
They're now called... Oh, look at me. I'm telling you not to put.
How about
Sorry.
that?
Scullen. I didn't mean it. So, thank you, Iron Coffins. Yeah, blast processing, man. Fire Kung Fu Hero. Does Doom on Switch have motion control options? If it does, I don't care about them. I haven't tried them. I think it may, though, but I don't want to use them. It would give me the incentive to go buy the Switch version, besides I already have the PS4 version. I just think it's amazing. I could take this and play AAA Doom. Oh, the fan again. Oof. You could hear it. Listen, guys. Hear the fan?
I can't hear it.
There you go.
Oh, there it is.
But, man, that thing is... It's not loud. It's just, you feel it. But I think the biggest selling point is that it's a competent port of an amazing AAA game on the Switch. It's the first-person shooter that I could play anywhere. That's one of my selling... Fire Kung Fu Hero. Thank you for donating. That's my selling point to me. I think it does. I know... Not that you care. But I know Skyrim has motion controls. What other music do you like besides Zappa?
Dylan.
He loves Bob Dylan. Where's HappyTechUSA? I haven't done HappyTechUSA in a while. I should.
What's that?
It's a character where I discuss something terrible but pretend to be happy about it. It's like a huge paradox and sarcasm. So I will be back in a second. Talk to intro guy. Huh?
Okay, go pee.
Yeah, I gotta go pee. Oh my god. I sat for too long. You should never sit for too long when you live stream, too.
Yep. Why is that?
Because you get a blood clot in your leg.
Oh, yeah, the DVT, man. Yeah, that's... Well, this is awkward.
Why is it awkward?
You met Bob Dylan, Sean? I don't know how Rich talks so much. I don't know. I just enjoy a few moments of silence here. And yeah, you could hear Rich.
What happened?
Somebody said they could hear you. They heard everything because this guy never closes the door when he goes to the bathroom. If it's code yellow, code brown, he doesn't care. He's just letting it rip.
They heard me pee?
Yeah. Review Piss USA.
Yeah, I know. I did a foot tap of the what is it called on the toilet to flush?
What?
I didn't touch the knob on the toilet.
The handle thing?
Yeah. Yeah, actually, you did not hear the peeing. It's not too far away.
That was loud.
Man, look, I didn't touch.
Relax, it's only his dick.
All I'm gonna say is, I didn't touch anything. I didn't even touch the handle on the toilet. I actually kicked it with my foot.
Smell your hands.
Smell my hand. I didn't touch anything. I can't believe they heard me peeing. Oh, God. I moaned.
He did. It was a really satisfied moan.
Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh. Oh. I'm not going to go into details, guys, but I didn't touch anything. I didn't touch the handle and anything. Like,
just his dick.
No. Trust me, there was nothing that was touched. Like, if I touched it, dude, believe me, I'm all about, like, if I touch anything in a bathroom.
And you're like the biggest germaphobe I know.
Yes, he knows I'm the biggest germaphobe. Trust me, if I touched anything, again, I'm not going into details, but if
you unzip your fly and stand there like,
what? Man, I'm not going into details, but trust me, nothing. Oh. My friend. Oh, God. Oh, God. Here's a TV show. Oh, man. He inside the bowl next time. Sergio, here's some money for your toilet. It deserves it. The abuse it took. Rich Kevin, the guy got some... Kevin the Hyena, thank you for donating. We're dropping the Sexy Coco. He'll be around again. God. I need to get some oxygen again. I never thought me urinating would have such comedy to it.
Yeah. Maybe next time you close the door.
I don't know. I was just like, I wanted to get back here fast. Because I heard Matt. That was the reason why I was like, all right, let me just make sure he can handle it. Because I know Matt's not like a very talkative guy.
Well, I just sit here and let people
I'm walking to the bathroom here. Oh, this is awkward. I'm like, oh man, I gotta hurry back. So I just left the door open and just wanted to get back. I didn't know it was gonna sound like Niagara Falls. Oh my God. But again, without going into details, I didn't touch anything. The knob, it's just, that's all I need to say. Nothing was touched. It is, look, I would not drink my seltzer with my hands right now if I, had compromised hands. Anyway. So, thank you, Ken. I mean, they're donating. You know that's going to be memed all over the internet.
Yeah.
Oh, God, here's some money for your toilet. It deserves it after the abuse it took. Pee on the side of the bowl next time. Thank you, Junior Fio, for donating. Thank you, Sergeant Pros, for donating. Dan donated. Thank you. Here's the tip for that PP show. Oh, God. Tinkle Tech USA. Well, at least hearing water rushing in the background is not against terms of service. But oh my God, that one piece is just going to be taken out and all over the internet now. Because I'm like, look, Ma, no hands. Oh God, thank you, Sean. Oh, I never thought because my concern was because I'm like, oh man, he's going to feel uncomfortable being out there looking at the screen. And you were like, and I heard you, I'm like, oh, this is awkward. I'm like, oh man, I got to get back. Little did I know they were going to hear a fire hose in the background.
A fire hose. You give yourself a little too much credit there, probably. I don't know.
I'm talking about the water. I'm talking about the water. But I'm saying, oh God. And I moaned too. Did I really?
Something like that, probably.
Oh man, I don't even remember the pitch out of fart too.
I don't know.
Oh God. Oh God. Oh, at least that was what a. No, I'm not. Dude, no one saw anything. I just peed. I didn't pull a DSP. Rich's fire hose. Would you have a minimal recommendation for... I've seen people play Doom on a 750 Ti, and they played it pretty well. I mean, won't get 60, but you could get a 40 to 50. Rich Tinkles USA. I know. I want. Oh, God, I want to play Doom. Yeah. Professionalism at its finest. So guys, what'd you do last night? Well, I was watching this fat guy stream on YouTube.
Hey, I listened to this fat guy piss.
And he pissed like crazy and moaned while he did. Oh God. Oh God. Oh man. Oh. The rich got 5 Russian hookers to pee in him. I'm not Donald Trump. Who farted? We didn't fart. What have you been asking for an hour now, man? Believe me, if I saw it, I would have answered you. The 760 with a Ivy Bridge 3550, I think that's an i5 should be able to handle Doom. Oh, and thank you, Matt, for letting them know I go to the bathroom with the door open, by the way.
Oh, sorry about that.
I heard, I'm like, oh my God. Oh.
That's another thing best left unsaid there.
Whatever. Let's hear him take a dump now. No, I'm good. The reason why I rushed to the bathroom, because like I said, I know Matt isn't comfortable doing this alone. And he did. He said, like, oh man, this is awkward. So I'm like, oh crap, I gotta get back. So I left the door open to make sure, like, he wasn't crashing and burning. And,
well, how could I crash and burn? I mean, I guess, what's the worst that could happen?
I'm leaving, I'm going home. Oh man, I never entertained myself so much in my life. ASMR idea, take a piss. Yes, Doom on the Switch is phenomenal. It's really good. Am I going to review urinals now? 1050 Ti is a pretty good budget card, man. I just wish it was a little bit cheaper. The stupid cryptocurrency got everything all messed up right now. Prices of graphics cards have not decreased the way they should. If anything, they've gotten higher. This is more streaming than I certainly expected. Come pee in Brazil. Do not spit wine all over my desk.
Oh.
Don't. You almost gulp it out.
That was live stream.
That was live streaming at its finest. I forgot, dude. I honestly was like, I forgot how good that mic is.
Mm-hmm.
And it was it was a seltzer and coffee induced piss, so you could have heard it from like down the street. Oh God, eat some Review Tech Urinal and International. Oh man. Spitting on his desk would be a piss poor idea. Oh my! I know, like a year from now, people are going to talk about the fact they heard me peeing on a street.
Well, you did do an unboxing shirtless, so
I did. And again, it's not like they saw anything, so it's not like TOS violation. You just heard a lot of water and me moaning. Oh, I didn't even realize I did that. That's the thing. I didn't realize I did it.
And I didn't realize it as it was happening either.
I guess it was just because I had to pee so bad. It was like, oh. 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 Dude, let me tell you something about my job, man. Granted, right now I'm having a fucking blast, in case you couldn't tell. But it's a lot of... to get 3 to 4 videos up a day is about a 12-plus hour day. I get here sometimes around 7:38 in the morning, and sometimes I don't leave until like 9 or 10 at night. So it's still a job. There's plenty of work involved. I would say 90% of the time, maybe a little less now. Recently, I'm a one-man army. So no, it's a lot of work. It is a lot of work. I love it. I absolutely love what I do. It's not a physically demanding job. I'll be the first to say that. But it is a lot of time. It's a lot of time. I guess it was a rainy day. Oh, God. The memes of me urinating are not... Did I fart, too?
Smelled like it. I was in there.
So, here I'm thinking, all right, let me leave the door open in case anything happens on the stream. And I was what happened. I peed loudly, moaned, and farted. Piss on my Switch. No, I love the Switch. I ain't peeing on it. Yami Yoshimini, thank you for donating. So to your Microsoft for not caring about people fanboying over consoles, not caring if they're dead or gone. Yeah, well, Phil Spencer basically said, well, Yami, thank you for donating. Phil Spencer said he hates the fanboy shit. He doesn't like it. He does not like it. What's the matter, Thunder? Vito, man, I believe me, we haven't been paying attention to the super chat or the chat because I've been, in shock over the fact that, the entire internet heard me urinate. But, you should not fanboy over anything. Politicians, celebrities, consoles, sport teams, athletes, you are a consumer giving them money, and you need to do what gives you the best experience. You have no obligation to these companies, and they have no obligation to you. So do what's best for you. Don't defend Sony if you don't disagree with one of their policies. Call them out on it. Criticize them for it. I really think the reason why, and I made a video being a smartass saying, "Thank you, Nintendo. You're welcome," or I forgot what the exact title was for. You're welcome for Nintendo now listening. It wasn't just me. I'm not that egotistical. I was just being a smartass. It was the collective community criticizing Nintendo that made them wake up. And it worked. I now have Doom on a portable console. It's phenomenal. I'll shut up about it now. If I had $1 for every time I said Doom tonight. So thank you, Yemi, for donating. Goose Destroyer, thank you for donating again. Thanks for ruining my studies for tonight, you bold fat man. That bathroom break is the highlight of the night. Oh, God. I just honestly didn't think. And again, all I will say is, again, without going into details, nothing was touched. That's why my hands were not washed, including the handle on the toilet. I actually did a fat ninja move to flush it.
If it's yellow, let it mellow.
What does that mean?
If it's brown, flush it down.
No. You will flush everything. I don't want to see someone pee in a toilet.
It's just pee.
Doesn't matter. It's gross. Flush the damn toilet. It's a flush.
Well, okay.
Leaving it in there. I don't want to see anyone's pee. I don't want to see anyone's anything in a toilet. So thank you, Goose Destroyer. I appreciate it. You've donated a few times tonight, man. Thank you. Henry, $6 for Doom on Switch or $30 or less on PC. Here is the thing that's always going to be the interesting thing about ports on Doom. So long as they're solid, stable ports. Yes, they're not going to have the same textures. Yes, it's not going to be as pretty. But the thing is, you're getting a version of a game that you can play at home on the big screen and on the go. If that is something that entices you, then the Switch version is for you. If you're looking for the better visuals, if you're looking for the smoother frame rates and stuff like that, and you don't care about the portability, then you get the PC version. So weigh those two options out, and then you'll realize where the better money, your money's better spent. So thank you, Henry, for donating. Goose Destroyer is donating again because he wants you to do the intro guy face, where you have one eye closed and you look.
I probably need to have about 15 more beers, but
you'll try at least. Tell the intro guy to make the intro face. You just donated $10 to see your intro. You got to understand, he has the beard now. He doesn't have the hair. You got to have the one eye. You're like this.
And my mouth is sort of half open,
and you have the one eye closed.
Well, Rich,
You look like you're scared.
I don't know.
You gotta have the one eye. You gotta be like, oh. There you go.
I smashed my knee on your table.
Well, Goose, you actually got something better. He smashed his knee on the table for you. How about that? Thank you again for donating.
I was really drunk and in the middle of trying to say something.
When Goose, what you understand was when Matt had the one eye thing going on, he was hammered. Like, you were really, really drunk.
I was 22 years old in college, and...
Yeah. I mean, like, 70% of the keg was probably flowing through his system.
Yeah.
So, thank you, Goose, for donating. Review Smash Knee on the Table USA. Review Smash Knee on the Table USA. Stream a South Park game. No, don't drive drunk. What the hell are you doing? Rich is pissed. With how much seltzer I drank, it probably is still carbonated. Intro guy looked like he saw Caitlyn Jenner naked when you were trying to do the face. Just take a piss on this one. No, oh God, if I knew that you would have heard, I would have shut the door. And I was kind of like half thinking to like, man, this pee is loud. Like, I hope they can't hear it. I hope they don't hear it.
Well, like the guy said, just pee on the side of the toilet next time.
Yeah, because my landlord would love that.
No, the side of the toilet, so it doesn't make the
splash sound. Okay. Show me your milk duds. No. So we made up the not being able to stream Doom from the Switch stream for me streaming in another way. Rich, hearing your pee is fine. Some of us may have a golden shower fetish. Mario Odyssey's great. I haven't played as much of it as I wanted to, but what I've played of it is good. You love my layers of fat. Thank you. There is a good chance you would have heard something with the door closed, so. I had to pee for like an hour before, so yes, I enjoyed my pee. Aiden McFarlane, yeah, me too. Aiden, thank you for donating again. Yes, I use my Switch in portable mode mostly as well. I think in portable mode is where like Doom is most impressive. Because honestly, when you're playing, like I was playing Doom like before, even though the stream failed, on a 4K monitor, and of course you're seeing Doom on a tablet basically running on a big monitor, and you start to see its flaws. But in terms of playing it on in portable mode, looks great. Good night, Rich. I will piss in the morning of honor of Rich. Zaxio, thank you for coming through and hearing me pee in the background. I gotta listen back and hear if I actually moaned now. So Aiden, thank you for donating. Yeah, I use my Switch mostly in portable mode too. Yeah, it's the best. It's what I think it's its strongest point. Thank you, Chocolate Rampage. Watch me for 5 years. That's great. And now you heard me pee tonight. I'm not going into college stories here. I am not having that be used against me. Acknowledge Top Ham, your existence is knowledge. Yes, I have played a decent amount of Doom on the Switch. I plan on playing more tonight. Jesse Edsel, thank you for donating, my friend. Razik, what is your question? I did not see it. Honest to God, I did not see it. Yes, I'll be reviewing tech soon. Streamception. Let's do a Golden Circle meetup. Rich, I was subs regular car reviews before you. When you mentioned regular cars in one of your videos, does that mean you are a car enthusiast? Yes.
That's a great video, great channel.
You watch regular car reviews?
Yeah.
But even Matt knows, yeah. I'm a car enthusiast. I'm not like...
If we're talking about cars, I might have said about 1,000 more words tonight.
Yeah, I'm a car enthusiast. Absolutely. Not as much as him, but I'm definitely a semi-close second. Jeff Nabe asking a really good question. What did Matt say when he found out that his drunken face dawns the beginning of every RTU video? Especially now that you have close to 650k subs and your views hit 100k. He, like I said, we were actually talking about this before.
I've heard of Tourette's guy.
I've brought, I asked him way back in the day. This is like back in 2008, like before I even had Review Tech USA. I'm like, hey Matt, I want to make some videos. Is it okay if I use your face in the intro as a joke? Yeah. And it just stuck. Like, it just, I don't know, for whatever reason, it like hit a chord with people. And like I just said before to stream, like, hey Matt, do you realize that technically you should start getting paid? Like, it didn't even like dawn on us because it just happened. You know what I mean? Like, I never expected this to become this. So, yeah, it is strange that people love... I've talked about this a little bit earlier in the stream. Like, people love his intro so much that if I change it, they get pissed.
And I felt a little weird about it.
Yeah.
At first.
But again, like I said, I did go to you first.
You
like,
did.
I didn't just say, hey, Matt, here's a video with your face in it, tough shit.
Yeah, like, here's my face, and then 1 million views. And then, like,
yeah, I was like, never expected. Yeah. Like, I still, like, wake up and, like, think, like, this... doing Review Tech USA is like a dream, and I'm going to be like, sweeping a floor somewhere. Or working back at IBM at like 3 in the morning. Did I use your face a few times, Dan? Maybe I did. I don't even remember. Unsalted nuts are actually good. All kidding aside, I'm not being stupid right now. Unsalted peanuts are surprisingly good. What do you think of Monster Hunter World and its ecosystem, and that the owner of the game is not putting loot boxes in the game? That's the question you were asking before. I think it's great. I like to see games that aren't just trying to milk the customer dry financially, and they're just trying to give great content. I think it's great. I'm so tired of loot boxes and microtransactions in games that should not have them. So, I think it's a good thing. Yes, piss stream. Oh, this stream. Oh, man. I love unsalted... Yeah, cashews are amazing. Cashews are amazing. I love cashews. And I love pistachios. What? What are you laughing at me loving pistachios? Pistachios... The thing about pistachio... You got to be careful, though, man. Like, I try not to have the ones that are de-shelled already. Because...
it's nice. You eat too many of them if you don't have to work for it a little bit.
Yeah.
You got to break them out of the shell.
You won't eat too many, yeah. You actually... Because it's more effort and you get full, whereas if you just have the de-shelled ones, it's like...
Yep.
You know? I've played some Wolfenstein too. Honestly, I have to say I've been playing Doom on the Switch the most. Yeah, gaming, I don't want... If I go bald, then I just look like... My head looks like... the silly putty? You just roll up in the balls what my head looks like.
What do you mean if you go bald?
I mean if I shave, Bic shave. Like if I shave where there's no hair on my head anywhere.
So you have like 3 less hairs in your head.
No, I'm not... I'm talking like here. Like
I know what you mean.
Like my head would feel like silly putty. I do not own guns. I'm not anti-gun, though, either. I wasn't a huge fan of the original Red Dead. It's a good game. It just didn't catch me the way I thought it was going to, but I'm sure Red Dead 2 will be good. Dude, we should add a red cartridge. That would have been cool. Kind of paying homage to the SNES version, yeah. Oh God, Eli, I remember that video where I had the thumbnail was a scared-looking old dude with a yellow background. Yeah, and that was one I remember that video vividly. That was the one where they were playing Grand Theft Auto, maybe 5, I believe, and Yeah, that was, and they were like, "Oh my god, the horrors of this game," and I'm like, "Really?" Yeah, I remember that one, man. That's a long time ago. Thank you for watching that long. That's great. Sublime D, Rich, love your content. What does this Christmas season, the coming year, have in store for Review Tech USA? Just building on this format, man. I got some products coming to me. I actually was sent some interesting stuff to review. It's right here, actually. Like this is the AverMedia. This is their 4K pass-through card, meaning that you do like I think it's 4K HDR. Even though it only captured 1080p, you could game in 4K, and you could still capture footage, which is pretty nice. I got that to look at. They sent me a mic to look at too, AverMedia. Gonna unbox the Xbox One X tomorrow with that guy. Matt's making sure he's going to pee that he actually closes the door. Because obviously you can hear it. Oh no. You could hear it perfect. Do you guys hear him peeing? You could hear it. Yeah, I played Lost Planet. You know, I really liked Lost Planet on the 360. That was the first time I played it. Because I think I kind of got Sublime D. Thank you for donating, and Jesse Edsel, thank you for donating. By the way, what was I going to say? I totally lost my train of thought. Mine was more bubbly. Oh, God. Note to self, urinate somewhere else when I'm live streaming from the office. Well, he learned a lesson from me. He closed the door. Tell you a random story about the 90s. Oh, God. Long time sub from when you only had 300 subscribers. Holy crap, you should bring back the meme of the day. Meme of the day or picture of the day. Man, so you've been around since 2009, Joe DeMarco. Holy crap. Because that was in 2009 that I hit 300 subscribers. Skilled Rook. Thank you for being around so that long. That's crazy. You've been around for almost a decade, my dude. That's phenomenal. Holy crap. Skilled Rook, your piss sounded like a jacuzzi. I had to pee so bad, man. Where's the intro guy? He was peeing.
Yeah. Did you hear that one?
Yes, we did actually. It was more muffled because you closed the door. Welcome back, Matt.
Oh, thank you. I mean, yeah.
Clean up my office. My office isn't that bad. There's some boxes with equipment in it. Tell your friend Jason Statham to pee on the side of the bowl. You do look a little bit like Jason Statham. You know who that is?
No.
He's a British actor who does a bunch of action movies. He sounds like this mostly. You've never seen Jason?
No, I don't know who he is.
Jason, I got to show.
I got
to show intro guy Jason Statham.
I've been living under one of several rocks for a few years.
You see, you look a little bit like him. No, it's not like a striking resemblance, but you look a little bit like him.
Well, I'll take that as a compliment.
He's 50, man. Damn, I thought he was younger than that. I remember him from the movie Snatch.
I think he was on Top Gear once.
Was he really? Who was more... Actually, that's a good question. Richard. So, Sublime D, thank you for donating. I may have thanked you like multiple times already, but again, you know my saying, guys.
I washed my hands. I definitely did.
Didn't your guy wash his hands? Oh, man, that's there. Another little thing, I'm grimy. He knows I'm a germaphobe and I'm not grimy. Who was more bald, you or intro guy? That's a good question. I think we're equal.
I think you're slightly more bald.
Yeah.
But not by much. By a hair.
I'm creeped out right now by intro guy's face. Why? He's a good looking dude. He has a great beard.
It's probably the lighting. And
well, Zubin.
And my face.
Zubin, yeah, the lighting in here, with the non-studio lighting here is terrible. But it's an office. It's not meant to, have great lighting. Well, Wolfenstein 2 runs on a slightly more advanced engine than the Doom 2016 engine. So if Doom 2016 is running pretty good on the Switch, I have high hopes for Wolfenstein 2. No, we met in grammar school, man. I first met intro guy. We were in 4th grade. Stole some dampening foam. I don't know, man. We're gonna have to do something. I did not think it was gonna be that loud. See, here's the thing about live streaming: like unexpected things just happen, like peeing and everyone, the whole world hearing it. Yeah, Doom is officially launching. I got a review code, and Doom is officially launching tomorrow on the Switch. It's kind of crazy, man. It's amazing that it's a technical feat, to be quite honest with you. Look, I order a lot of stuff from Amazon, especially for what I do here with work, and they're great. But when it comes to pre-ordering stuff like gaming, like games or systems, they're like, "Oh, we'll deliver it to your doorstep the day it comes out." It's never happened. For some reason, they are always drop the ball with that. So Xbox 273, thank you for donating. We're both basically just as bald. Say my name, Fat Richie. Liam Ring. There you go. I have no issues with Windows 10. Well, I'm hearing LA Noire is supposed to run in full 1080p in dock mode anyway. That's pretty impressive. I have other ideas for Sexy Coco. We're possibly going to be stepping our game up with him. But that's very tentative, so don't take anything set anything in stone with that. Intro guys here, yes. What age did I start balding? Jesus Christ, like 14. I'm not even kidding. My great-grandfather on my mom's side was completely bald, like more bald than I am by 18.
I think that's about when you really started.
I still had hair I could have styled back then, though. I didn't have like a comb over. It wasn't until like my early 20s where it was like, yeah, it's over,
Early 30s for me, then it's just over.
Ada McFarland, thank you for donating again. That's awesome, man. What do you think about Microsoft Surface? I like it. I was tempted to buy one, but it was too rich for my blood. Like, it was just... The prices they're asking for were just insane. So I like them. I think they're a great concept, and I think they're well built. I think they're well designed, but expensive. What's up, Slayer? What's up, Alchemir? What's going on, my friend? I don't care that I'm bald. I could give zero shits that I'm bald, to be quite honest with you. Could give negative shits about being bald. Shovelware, no, it's not a Wood, thank you for donating. Extra thick. Thank you, my friend. No, I've been answering all the questions from the regular chat for like the past 10 minutes. There's a lot of people chatting right now, so you miss certain things that people say. I'm sure I may have missed a couple of super chats too. What's up, DC? 2 men, 1 cucumber. No. That would be against terms of service. Hey, Rich, is HDR very important or having 4K enough? I think it needs to be a combination. 4K looks good, but HDR with 4K, where you get the vivid colors and it's important. I still have hopes that they're going to come out with Dark Souls for the Switch. Cameron S., thank you for donating. Hey, Rich, all the best, dude. All the best to you and your family. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone, for tonight for being here for this very awkward stream. God, this mic picks it. There was a cop or an ambulance that went by.
Yep.
I've learned a lesson. This mic picks up everything. Holy crap. CPU nowadays, Slayer. I've been using the Ryzen Threadripper. I heard rumors that they're coming out with the trilogy for the Switch. Vito, what's up, my friend? I'm pretty damn sure that we're going to see GTA 5 on Switch, to be honest with you. It's going all right, man. Who the Wolfat Gaming? How are you? Right now I'm using an AT2020 that could hear you urinate from a mile away. I did. They heard the cops out, or the ambulance. Really quiet. And it wasn't that loud. What's up, One Shot? I want to make more original music. I do. I cannot wait. I know it's coming out relatively soon, but the new version of Acid Pro is coming out. Magic's confirmed it with me. When is the question, though? They heard the cop alarms loud. God, so me peeing probably sounded like I was hanging the mic over Niagara Falls.
It probably sounded like you're peeing like right here.
Yeah, probably sounded like I was peeing on the mic. Oh my God. No, I'm not getting a Mac. I have no need for a Mac. I have plenty of computing power. Well, Red Dead Redemption 2 be on the Switch. That may be a little too much for the Switch. Unless it's severely pared down. We used to listen to Guns N' Roses all the time. You actually I got you into Dr. Dre.
I was obsessed with Guns N' Roses.
You were.
I wanted to be Slash growing up.
You got me in
second grade. I remember seeing like Welcome to the Jungle on MTV, and I'm like, yeah, this is fucking cool. Yeah.
You got me into Guns N' Roses. I remember. Why should you look at you? What I forgot. When you hate me. What was the name of that song?
Get in the ring.
Get in the ring.
And use your illusion too.
Get in the ring. And I got you into Dre. Mm-hmm. I got you into the Chronic.
Mm-hmm.
That man. God, we're going back. That's when I had remember I had like 18,000 Walkmans. I had a drawer. Some things never change, man.
Yeah.
I had a drawer full of. I was obsessed with Walkmans back then. I collected them. Like I was a kid, I had all, whether it be Sony, Panasonic, Sharp, any Walkman from a brand. I would always get a new one. I actually had. Remember Sears had their own brand called LXI?
Yes.
Life Commando. I'm sorry, I saw that you donated. Thank you. passing by for his channel, Super Chat, and Patreon. Thank you so much, man. It's awesome. Thank you for supporting the show. It's great.
And you remember I had that Sony Sport Walkman that was like yellow.
Yeah, I had a couple of those.
I could like go swimming with it when it was allegedly waterproof, but I never really tried it out.
I think those. Well, they had, if you remember opening those up, like they had the gasket that like it was a heavy rubber gasket.
I don't know how good it was, but I wouldn't go swimming with it. But
God, oh my God, he still has an. Someone in the chat still has an LXI. I had an LXI. God, I had I remember they used to have where I lived when I was a kid. It was almost like they considered it like a secondary Sears. It wasn't a store, but it was like a repair center. But they had a thing hanging out, like like the cheaper items. They had an LXI Walkman. It wasn't a Walkman. That's Sony's trademark, but it was an LXI portable cassette player that you could put your headphones in, and it had auto reverse on it. And man, that thing was ugly. But it actually sounded pretty good. Remember it broke and we tried to fix it?
Was it that one?
Yes.
I remember doing that.
And we actually did it.
You did.
No, you did. Did I? Was it on me?
I really think so. I don't think I knew. I
mean, we had to get rid of the auto reverse, but we got it to work again. I remember that. That was a long time ago.
I wound up with a bunch of those from you. Like, they wanted my parents' garage for years.
But the funniest thing is, I had a drawer. I see someone donated, but don't want to forget this. I had a drawer full of probably like 20 or 30 different portable cassette players. You remember that?
Mm-hmm.
I had Panasonic, I had LXI, I had Sharp, I had so many other brands, so I don't even remember. And I just collected Walkmans. Like, why? But I did.
Like, my dad collects boom boxes. So
Does he still?
he does. I mean, well, he doesn't really collect them. He just kind of...
But I give him credit, though, because he had that amazing one. Remember that one that was like, it actually had inputs so you could record from a CD player?
Yeah, that thing was great.
And it was like made of metal. He had a boombox. His dad had a boombox. I don't remember who made it.
I don't remember either.
Oh,
I want to say it was Panasonic.
I'd probably be Panasonic because they made amazing. But it was like a totally 80s or early 90s looking
No,
boombox.
it was 80s. It was definitely 80s.
And it was like, even the handle was metal.
Yeah.
And the sound quality out of this thing was incredible, man. It had RCA inputs, so you could hook up external sources to it and record from it. Even the recordings on that thing to the tape deck were amazing.
I still have tapes I made on that to this day.
Do you really?
And they still work. And they're, well, I think we still have that boombox itself.
So, do you really?
Yeah.
I would love to see that thing again. That thing, God, it reminds me of the summer of
and
93.
this giant RCA that looked like a big bubble. We still have that too.
Do you really?
I think so.
I remember, let me ask you. Aiden Conant guy had 400 moons in Mario Odyssey, but I let my sister try it, and she overwrote my 2 weeks of progress. Oh, God. Yeah, the Nintendo has to get on having the cloud saves. They do. They really, really do. That sucks, man. I'm sorry. Thank you for donating. That really sucks, though. That's terrible. I had that was my secondary obsession, too. I had a bunch of Ghetto Blasters, man. I had remember KLH, the other terrible brand? I had a KLH boom boxes. I remember I finished 4th grade, and my parents said if I had a really good report card, they would get me, and I did. And they got me a Sony boombox that had a CD player. But the CD player was great. Playing back cassettes on that thing was great. The only thing that sucked about it is that when you recorded tapes, because they used a cheap erase head, the tapes, when you recorded audio, it sounded terrible. It was so bad.
And Ghetto Blaster, please, dude, I think the preferred nomenclature is urban audio amplification.
No, they were called Ghetto Blast. They were. I remember. And they had them. They exist. I remember you going to Ames. Remember Ames for you OGs out there? Ames had the big, like, LL Cool J. Like, it had, like, cassette decks and the big speakers and all the different knobs. Like, you had to carry the thing.
Yes.
Like, your bicep at the end of the day must be able to bench press a Buick. My beard line is on point. Which is your favorite car? Oh, God. That's like asking, like, what's my favorite hot
car
sauce?
that you've owned. How about that?
Favorite car that I own? I'll have to say my first one. I had a Mercedes 300E.
The 300E.
Such a fun car.
I realized I just burped into the microphone.
It's all right.
But yeah,
they heard me pee and moan tonight. I think your burp is, like, way down on their list.
I was trying to stifle that one, but it didn't work.
Now that I know that thing could pick up a mosquito farting from outside, I got to be careful.
But the 300E was probably my favorite. That and the 240. I actually really like the Volvo 240.
I hated the Volvo. It was funny. I had a Mercedes 300E. It was in 1988, and I got the car in 1998, so it actually wasn't that old back then because we're old. And then my mom had a Jeep. She actually wanted the Mercedes, and she's like, I had a Jeep Grand Cherokee, and I was going with my friend. Here, I burped too. I was going with my friend John to the gym, and we left his house. I slept over his house because he had a party at his house, and I drove, and I didn't realize because we kind of had a drought that summer, and it only rained a little bit, so it brought up the oil from the road. And I went to go take a turn. I was going straight. I was going faster than I should have, but not like I wasn't like flying. And the car just wouldn't turn. It hit into the guardrail. Luckily, there was a guardrail there because there was a river, and I probably would have been dead. And what happened was the road was carved out, and I slid. The Jeep slid across the road, bashed into the other side of the mountain, and it went on its side. We both didn't get a scratch on us. We had to hop out of the car because it was sideways. But yeah, that was fun. That was fun. And then and the reason why I'm bringing it up is I actually got a Volvo. My parents were like, yeah, we're getting you a slow, safe car. If that was me, I would.
You couldn't go fast on that thing if you had all day.
The Volvo with 240 was a tank with a lawnmower engine. That's basically what it was.
I mean, it still had twice the horsepower of my Tercel. Like, I think the 240 had about 120 horsepower, something like that. Don't hold me to that, but my Toyota Tercel had 62 horsepower.
From
the 1.5 liter 4-banger.
You jogging faster after having an espresso would have more horsepower than the Tercel. This guy used to have a Toyota. I just see some people doing it. I'll talk to you in 1 second. I just want to get this thought up for again. This guy had a 1985, right?
Mm-hmm. 85
Toyota Tercel.
Wagon.
It was like a mint blue. Like it was like, like toothpaste after you brush your teeth, that blue color.
It was like Mirthmobile blue from Wayne's World, Like
that was when we used to go out to parties. We would always drive that thing, which kind of was a good thing because if that got dented up, who cared?
It was already totaled before I even got it.
So it was salvage. It was a salvage car.
Basically, yeah. Long story there, but
anyway,
yeah.
But his thing was, I used to get ready to go out with him when we were in high school, going to parties and stuff like that, even college too. I would know you were coming when you were still a few minutes away because his car was so loud.
My Tercel was a 2-wheel drive. It was only the front-wheel drive.
He only had a 4.
Unfortunately.
As I just go to scratch my chest hair sticking out. I'll bat 1,000 tonight. But I would hear him. I remember I used to get ready to go out.
And my exhaust system was, it went from the front pipe, the catalytic converter, to flex pipe. And I didn't have anything, no muffler or anything after that.
Yes, Dan, I remember your Nissan Sentra, and I remember I would hear him literally still a few minutes away. That's how loud his car was. You were probably like half a mile away, and I would hear, brrr. I'm like, oh, Matt's coming, got to get ready.
That car used to set off alarms in the train station parking lot.
Because it was so, really? God, that was the Scullinmobile, though. So let me see, a couple of people donated via Super Chat. Let me make sure. Sick Nick, thank you for donating. I don't know about ghettos, but you can blast me anytime. Great stream. Oh dear God, thank you for donating though. Reaper's Heart, any chance of you attending Too Many Games 2018? We'll see. Quite possibly. We'll see. It's very tough with doing this full time and children and responsibilities. The adulting thing gets in the way. Hey Rich. Autonaut Official, thank you very much, though, Reapers and Sick Nick 64 for donating. Hey, Rich from Halifax, Nova Scotia, Canada. I've been watching since 2010. Keep up the good work and awesome content. Thank you, Autonaut Official. Man, it's again 7 years you've been watching. It's great. It's so awesome. Thank you so much. Describe myself 30 years ago. I was 6. I probably had a mullet. And I was playing Nintendo. I was wearing a Ruffles potato chip shirt.
I looked like the Dutch boy from the paint cans or something.
I literally, I was a fat kid, and shockingly. And there was because my parents had a VHS-C camcorder. And here I am with a mullet, wearing a fat kid wearing a Ruffles potato chip shirt. My grandmother got me the Ruffles potato chip shirt, and my stupid-ass parents made me wear it. I'm like, Ma, I was a fat kid, and you're making me wear a Ruffles potato chip shirt? Well, your grandmother got it for you. Who cares? Who cares? It's like, come on. Oh, man. Oh, and I remember saying, I'm like, why are you making... And it literally was a bag of Ruffles potato chips with the potato chips coming out of the bag. Oh God, there's something embarrassing. There's an embarrassing story for you. what if the mullet came back in fashion? Then that would be proof that God doesn't exist. If the mullet came, what a horrible haircut! I think the blowout from like the mid 2000s, where you had the spray tan dudes with the hair that looked like it was like they put a cabbage on top of their head, and the mullet are like tied for two of the worst hairstyles in history. I'd become a patron if you wore a Ruffles. No, I'd have no. And my mom just wanted to shut up my grandmother at the time. Oh, God. And, yeah. Good times, man. Good times. Wow, my lips are way more chapped than they actually look on stream right now. I just checked the stream again. You look very inquisitive. I didn't realize how inquisitive intro guy looks.
Whoa.
Yeah, you look serious, man. He looks like he wants to punch me, which you probably do.
I'm kind of half squinting at this light.
So Reaper's Horror, actually, I did answer that question. Again, thank you for doing it. Mr. Monochrome, thank you for doing it. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, all the best. Thank you, Mr. Monochrome, for donating. I do appreciate it. How long are we going to stream? For a little bit longer. Then we're going to call it a day. Punch him. No, don't punch me. Do not punch me. Vagina nachos. Oh, God. Ew. I have not. You know, yes. You know what? I did play Minish Cap. That was the Capcom produced. That was the Capcom produced Zelda game. It was surprising. Like they did a hell of a job on that, man. I'm pretty sure that was Capcom that made the Minish Cap for the GBA. Yeah, it's so funny that you guys seem to, you know. When I go all out and get like, you know, almost 4K gaming streams going, I don't have the same viewership and I don't have, you know, the same interaction where it's just me, an intro guy, two bald middle-aged men just talking to you guys. You have more fun. Matt, what's your favorite car? That's a good question.
Favorite car that I've owned is Saab 900.
Yeah, you love the Saab. Yeah,
I've had
love
three
the Saab
Saabs.
too.
I've had 3 Saabs over the years, and that's one of the reasons I now have a Honda.
It was Capcom. All right, yeah. Capcom did make Minish Cap. Yeah,
but I love the old Saabs before GM completely.
Basically just bought the name and
ran
just
them
slapped
into the
them
ground.
in. Yeah. Yeah, God, man.
But I like all sorts of cars.
I mean, some of the Saabs under GM were nice. I remember when I had the Acura, which I don't have anymore. Mm-hmm. I almost got a 2012 Saab.
Did you really?
It was mint. It was minty, but I didn't do it because
must have been one of the last ones.
One of the very last.
I don't know if they ever made a 2012 Saab.
Dude, it was, yeah. What?
2011 would have been 2011 tops.
Well, now we got to look. Sorry, guys. We get back. When did Saab stop manufacturing cars?
It was 2010,
2011. Okay, so it was probably 2011. Mm-hmm. It was like right at the end. I'm like, man, this car. And at the time, it was 2014. So I was like, oh man, this car is only a couple of years old or 3 years old. You know, and it was perfect. There was not a scratch. But I remember, like, I almost went for that over the.
It was probably like lot poison that the guy couldn't wait to unload on somebody.
Well, the thing is that Saab's gone. Where do you get parts?
Yeah, right.
I mean, even though it's GM, and I'm sure there's parts bins all over.
But Saab would use do a lot of obscure shit with.
Even under GM.
Yeah, well, later on, less so, but earlier on, sure.
Accurate, man. I remember when I was in high school, was in the '90s. Back in my day, like if you owned a Legend back then, you were a boss. Like an Acura Legend was like, man, their parents are balling, huh? . Sexy Coco, man. Why do I wear glasses? Because I'd be banging into walls if I didn't. Ruffles Potato Chips USA. Well, Saab was what made it was their quirkiness, which was made them special. You know,
That's one of the things that made them special. I don't know about quirky for the sake of being quirky, but
like
It
how
was
they
part of
had
the
how they
charm.
had the key in the center.
yeah.
Some downsides
And
to that.
like the time that I decided to go snowshoeing on a 5 degree below zero day during a snowstorm with 5 friends.
Where did you go?
Snowshoeing up in the Adirondacks and
In the Saab?
in the Saab
Oh, boy.
in a snowstorm.
In
It
a
was
real-
great. The Saab was great in the snow, by the way.
Rear-wheel drive car was
The
great.
Saab's front wheel drive.
Oh, I thought it was rear.
No.
That's Volvo. Well,
Right.
was.
But anyway, we finished our hike. We're all soaking wet and probably getting close to hypothermic, the early stages. And
Oh, that's healthy.
the key wouldn't turn in the damn ignition
Oh,
because
no.
of all those years of you get a drink. There's no cup holders in the Saab, and so your drink or whatever you got spilling in there and crumbs falling in there over years and years.
Yeah, wow.
So the ignition cylinder was like full of shit, and I couldn't. It was frozen. I couldn't get it to turn. So
What did you do?
I had a cigarette lighter and warmed up the key, and then stuck it in the ignition several times
Hot. Okay.
to try to warm it up, and eventually it turned. So
Is there any benefits to having the ignition between,
I can't think of one.
besides the fact that there's a Saab in the
I mean, it's in the middle. You're more likely to bump into it and accidentally turn it off, or I can't think of any benefit. But
Okay. Well, so there was no real benefit to it.
I don't
on
know.
top of it.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but
Maybe one of them know. Was there, if for you guys who were into gaming and into cars, was there any benefit to having the key cylinder to put the key in the Saab and down in the center? My thoughts on Mario Odyssey is that it's amazing. Literally, Shane G, that's interesting. Literally, I was thinking about taking a Saab and fixing it, but it was just not worth the trouble with the parts. Yeah, man, that's why that Saab. What were we going to say?
question is, how old is it? Which one is it?
Well, which one? The timing belt?
No, I mean which Saab that you're thinking of
Me?
taking it on, and I'm done that guy.
Oh, yeah. So you could drop your keys under the seats. Yeah, there's really no logical reason I could think of to have the key cylinder in the center, but I still love Saabs, though. Such a quirky, fun
I had the
little
key
car.
break off in the ignition.
Did you?
Yeah. So
What the hell did you do with that?
I started it with a screwdriver.
Oh, man, you basically hotwired your own car?
Well, not even. I mean, I just stuck the screwdriver.
Oh, to turn it. Okay. And so you had enough of the key in, so
Enough
it
of
would
the
have been...
key- exactly.
Yeah.
And then I just, used to.
I've done the intro live a few times, guys. I'll do it one more time for you, though. Skip it up! I can't even do it now because I've been talking so much. I just sound like someone kicked me in the ass. Excuse me. May need a cucumber for this.
Yeah, they're not that bad to find parts for. I mean,
Saabs, the older Saabs.
yeah.
Xbox, the original Xbox games on its backwards compatibility section. Does it really? My truck, the keys broke. I just turned the cylinder. Anyone could steal it. Rich, are you married? No, I am not married. Had a 2006 Saab 9.3 Aero. Loved it and loved the ignition. Was in the middle. Yeah, that Saab, like, it was such a beautiful car. But again, I was just like, man, Rich, do not get it. Do not go and buy a Saab when the company is no more. Bad idea.
Yeah, I also owned a older Mercedes, and having that dealer support for parts or whatever was pretty good.
Yeah, what was you owned the beast of a Mercedes. What would you?
It was a W210 chassis E420, which is not one of the best ones for an old Mercedes. But,
No, it wasn't. That's when they had
doing their cost cutting and all that shit.
well, that's when Chrysler on them, right? Or they were in.
No, pretty much other way
around
I
they
think.
or they own Chrysler.
No, I think Chrysler had their hand in the Mercedes parts bin for a lot of the. I mean, I recognized a lot of parts from my '97 on early 2000s.
Well, I know
Chrysler
when they had
parts.
that merger was when Mercedes quality took a dive.
I can't remember exactly what year that happened, but it was in the 90s, I think late 90s, that Mercedes quality kind of...
Oh, Carter, you could capture 4K 60 with the Xbox One X, huh? No, I'm going all over topsy there. That's crazy. Two dudes talking about cars live stream.
That's a live stream I'd watch.
Hey, man, I love cars almost as much as I love games. I love music basically as much as I love games. Oh, intro guy knows about Ralph, yeah. He knows about that weird, awkward point in my life. Yeah, the Chrysler Crossfire was a Mercedes design, wasn't that? Yeah, I remember that. That thing actually was pretty cool.
Yeah, I remember that.
Thank you, Hyperion, for liking the new format.
Candy bar Nokia phone. I don't know. No, it's LG.
I told him he travels across the country.
It does this, though. How about that?
Yeah, that would have been cool back in like 2006. He doesn't need it. You don't need an iPhone 10. You need, like, I showed him the Moto E4 is actually a good, it's like a good entry-level smartphone. I actually used it for a while. I liked it. And that would be perfect for him. Because, like, you travel all over, for safety reasons, you should have a smartphone. For the navigation, for, God forbid, Yeah, Skilled Rook, have a good night, man. Yeah, we're going to be calling it quits in a few minutes, too, guys. How I came up with the intro story, it actually wasn't me who came up with it. It was a buddy of ours that came up with it, who did the skibidi-bop thing. And it just kind of stuck. Thoughts on Chevy? Chevy has made a turnaround.
And I love the old Chevys, like 60s Chevys. The
Yes.
styling of that was up there with anything. And I had a 68 Bel Air myself for a while.
I remember that thing.
car.
Remember the transmission? It was a 2-speed automatic.
Yeah, the Power Glide.
Power, and it sounded like a ghost. It was like, ooh, like, I can't even do it now, but it was like, ooh, and then it would go into...
Bang into second gear, and it would slip sometimes.
Yeah.
But kept working. It was pretty reliable.
Yeah, I agree with you, Walter, that you have a paywall to access like multiplayer games on consoles is just silly. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to call it quits tonight. I'm glad we still streamed. I had a lot of fun. You got to hear me pee loudly. And I want to try to test some more things out with trying to get the Switch captured. So we're going to do that. And it was great having all you guys here. And whether you were in the regular chat or super chat, the fact you came through to support me is absolutely awesome. And Matt had a blast too. So, yeah, I know. We'll be streaming again tomorrow, though. So we'll see you then. And when I'm streaming, I will announce it on Twitter. So follow me on Twitter. Twitter.com/TheRealRTU. You can find me on there. Have a good one, guys.
Good night, guys.